to introduce today is Twilight. This book is about the main character Bella's life with a vampire boyfriend, Edward. I chose this book for the 7th presentation because I want many people to know about this book. Now I'll tell you the story. Bella's mom, Rini, married again, so Bella had to go to Forks, where Charlie was living. The next day, Bella went to her new school and made a close friend, Jessica. When they were having lunch in a cafeteria, they saw some weird friends who were Cullen family. Jessica said they were Cullen family, but Bella said Bella was only concerned about Edward. The next day, Edward sat next to Bella, and they started talking during the lessons. Bella liked Edward, and they became the close friends. Few days later, Bella was bumped by a car, and another car was coming toward her. At that moment, Edward suddenly appeared and saved her from the car. Bella stayed in a hospital, and she thanked Edward very much. Few days late after the accident, Edward didn't come to school very much. Bella worried about Edward, but they could talk sometimes. They could sometimes talk. Few days later, Bella went camping with some friends from her class. She met a boy named Jacob, and she could heard about vampires and the werewolves. She worried if Edward was a vampire. So after the camping, she searched about the vampires. Few days later, she went shopping with Jessica and Angela. When she was alone, she was surrounded by some bad guys. Then Edward's car came, and she could run away with him. They had dinner in a cafeteria, and they went back home. Edward went on the way back home. Bella asked Edward who he really was. He confessed that he was a vampire, and Bella felt very surprised. The next day, she met Jessica and told her what happened yesterday. She stated whether she had to confess to Jessica Edward's identity, but Jessica was only concerned about her date, and Bella felt very comforting. Then, after meeting, Bella met Edward. They had a conversation, and they had many curiosity each other. Bella was eager about Edward, so almost every day they met and had a conversation. Sometimes they went biking, and sometimes they stayed in Bella's home. Few days later, Edward took Bella to his house. Edward introduced Bella the vampires in Cullen family. Bella and the Cullen family got very close, and Bella met Emmett and Alice. 3 of them became close friends, and they talked about the Cullens. Talking about the Cullens, Edward suggested to go out and play baseball. They played baseball for a while and went back home. While going home, the vampires felt something strange and looked at the same direction. And some vampires came out from the forest, and the Cullens looked very upset. They didn't show their feelings, but Edward told Bella to get out of the place. He told Bella about the plan of running away, and Bella moved very quietly. She came back home with the Cullens, and the Cullens said that the 3 strange vampires would come to take Bella. They ran away far from the place. At that moment, Alice found the chaser's car, followed the Bella's car. But the vampires interfered the chasers from the Bella, and Bella could hide from the chasers. Bella stayed with some Collins, and Jasper saw a room in his dream. He told about his dream to Alice and Bella found that the room was a dancing room near her mom's house. He worried if the chasers harmed Bella's mom, so she went to the dancing room quietly. But when she came there wasn't her mom, and she found out it was a trap. And the chaser came and started to attack her, and she fell down. When she woke up, she was in a hospital, and the Collins were staying beside her. They said that Edward saved her from the chasers, and Bella appreciated Edward very much. How marvelous story! I chose this. I think this book has the unexpected storyline. I bet you will enjoy this book very much. If I have a chance, I want to introduce this book to you and my friends, because this book is very unpredictable that you'll be easily into reading. Now my book presentation is over. Thank you for listening.